Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it's against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
If you're thinking about a new sofa, then you need to head to Brantley Furniture in Princeton. They have a huge selection, and you can get a sofa set as low as $5.99. Come in and get the sofa you want at a great price. They have bedroom and dining room furniture, accent pieces, signs, pictures, gift items. They have baby furniture and gifts, a baby registry, and a bridal registry. They even have 12 months same as cash and new arrivals every day. Be sure to follow them on Facebook for updates. Brantley Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Princeton.
Back with Misty in the morning, and I've got Bill with me this morning. He's my guest for the 8 o'clock hour. It's 8:16 right now, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
I am not, do not adjust your radio dial. I am not Gator, nor am I DT. Remember, Gator DT taking a well-deserved bye week off. Gator and DT will be back in this slot on next Friday. As, oh my gosh, I just thought about this. As Caldwell County goes down and plays Mayfield, and Misty, you live, now you moved to Mayfield, though. You weren't born and raised Mayfield.
Right,
but
right.
You live in Mayfield.
I am a transplant, yes.
I have no idea what Gator and DT may or do or say to you because, you know, they get psyched up for the ball game. So hopefully they'll be nice.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, welcome to, we look forward to the Misty of the Morning Show. Welcome to WPKY, and you've been working behind the scenes a lot early in the week, and the last couple of days, of course, on air. Is this anything like you thought it would be?
Well, and I think you asked me that earlier, and my response is still the same. I really came in without an expectation. I didn't know what to expect. So I think that's better.
Did you expect the unexpected?
I did. I always expect that. But I love how you say I was behind the scenes a lot. So he gave me 2 days. And to him, that's a lot.
You've been in radio 13 years.
Well, I know, but geez. Give a girl a minute.
We don't want you to get too anxious about things, but tell us a little bit about your background. I know you love horses, and you've got apparently you've got a horse or horses, and then you've got your daughters, or I don't know. I can't keep up.
Okay. Well, so on my land, my daughter moved out this year. So on my land, there are 4 horses. 2 of them are mine and 2 of them are hers. And, of course, I focus on my 2. I say hi to hers and move on.
But she takes care of her own horses, which is
Yes, it's
good.
all her responsibility.
You didn't get stuck with that.
No. Matter of fact, sometimes she gets stuck taking care of mine for me. But I don't do a whole lot of extra stuff with my horses. We just throw some hay out and well, my husband does the major work. He's the one that gets out there, mends the fences, and hauls the hay for me. But he actually does not really like anything to do with horses. He just does that for me.
Boy, you better hang on to him.
That's what they keep telling me.
You better hang on to him.
We recently celebrated 17 years,
that's
so
awesome.
I guess I'll keep him around for a little longer.
I think being married and radio they both have a lot in common because they're like dog years. You multiply by 7, so 7 times 7. I can't even hardly do that math. Over 100 years of marriage there probably, and then I multiply by 7 for each year.
Okay,
that's how I.
Is that why you're on what number?
Number 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Wife number 3.
Because you've already spent so that's 7 times 14, and then you're into your. How far are you into this one?
I just got married in July.
Okay. All right. Well, so then, and 1 year is 7, you say?
Got married.
So you're not even into the 7th year yet.
No, yeah, not even
Yeah,
to the
not quite to
seventh
the
year.
7th year yet.
But anyway, I didn't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you.
Oh, well, let's talk about me then.
All right.
But yes, I would say horses are my passion, and I would even go so far as to say they are my obsession.
Wow.
I just, if I had my way, I would be in the saddle from sunup to sundown. That would be like bliss to me. Like
Really?
Yes, I love to ride.
So,
I love to
but
ride.
you're willing to do all the work associated with it.
Yes, I'll do whatever I need to do. But like I said, my husband spoils me, so he does the well. I'll tell you, he does the hay hauling. I want to go help with the hay, but here's the thing: the last time I did, here's another little fun fact about Misty. I am allergic to everything, like literally. So I had the allergy test done.
Really?
And they tested 72 different things, I think. And I came back allergic to 51 of them. So the last time
That's a pretty good batting
it's
average.
every single grass. I'm allergic to horses too, by the way. But
Wow.
So the girl when
But
she did that.
I know people allergic to cats, and they still have
They
cats
still have
or
cats,
whatever.
yes.
so
Well, I
okay.
manage mine with medication, but the last
Your
time
horses with medication or you?
No, my allergies. I
Are
manage
you
my
medicated
allergies.
now?
I am medicated
Okay,
now.
good. That's perfect for a morning show. Go ahead.
The last time I did hay, helped haul the hay, I could not breathe. I was hacking. I was sniffling. I was not able to even see. My eyes were watering. My husband's like, "You're not helping with hay anymore. You're done." I'm like, okay.
Yeah. If you insist,
you
dear, I'm leaving
insist.
now before you change your mind. That's awesome.
So I have not helped haul hay since then. That was probably about. That might have been last year.
Okay.
Was my last year.
Well.
No, the year before. It was the year before was my last year.
So
yeah.
now you work in radio in Mayfield
I
at
do.
WYMC. You do
I
some
do.
work there, and then you decided. Hopefully, your husband was in agreement with you. That's quite a commitment to do a
was.
morning show.
Yeah, we talked about
What made you
it.
decide to want to do a
Well,
morning
okay, because at WYMC, I am more in traffic and billing.
Uh-huh.
That's more my main focus, although
Yeah.
I do pretty much any other job they need there.
show? Right, sure.
But
Well,
my
you
main
have
focus
to
is
in
traffic
small
and billing.
stations. Yeah.
Sure, right. But my main
But
focus.
when you're done, I do need you to weed around before
right.
you go.
Yeah, sure. My main focus is traffic and billing, but so there's very little opportunity there to do on air because he's got a full-time person that handles the on-air stuff, and that's all he needs, which is just the one person. So when I saw this opportunity, I was like, that sounds like something I would like to do. And I'm going to tell you, I have had so much, I've been stressed, but I have had so much fun this week.
You've been a trooper. I've been a little mean to you. I'm not going to lie. I've
You
kind of
have
threw you
been.
in from the frying pan to the fire, but you've
I
done
agree.
you've done really well.
So I don't know if I want to say this over the air, but so yesterday you graded me. You told me that my grade yesterday was a B, I think is what you gave me. I didn't give myself that.
No, you gave yourself a C. I thought you
gave
were
myself-
pretty harsh.
I gave myself a C, and that was grading on a curve. So how about today? Have I brought my grade up any today?
B plus.
All right, there you go. I'll take it. I am not a B person, so that's still disappointing to me.
I'm doing that
But-
to taunt you, and yeah. But yeah, I would say B plus. It's a lot
I
when
brought it
you're
up
doing a
a
morning
little.
show, and you have to learn, and each station does things differently. So there is
True.
quite a learning curve. So one thing I've learned about after 5 weeks of me. The people in Princeton in Caldwell County are very patient. The listeners of WPKY are terrific. So
I'm glad to hear
they'll
that.
be very understanding.
I hope that they'll, yes, just bear with me. I keep telling you and Beth both after, just give me a month. Give me about a month. Give me 6 months and you'll have a whole new person. But give me a month and I will be so much better.
All right, this is now recorded for posterity's sake. So 30 days from now, I'm going to play this back for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you grade yourself. But welcome to WPKY, and this is a
Thank
radio
you.
town. People support this station like crazy.
And I'm so glad to
they
hear
listen.
that. We need that.
They love it, and they love. Matter of fact, a little later in this program, before 9, well, I don't want to give it away, but we've got a special guest, and you'll know his voice if you're a fan of Caldwell Sports. You'll recognize and you'll know the name, but I'm not going to tell you yet. You'll be able to tell from the voice. He's gonna. Don't tell him I said this because hopefully he's not listening yet. But he had a little issue oversleeping.
Uh-huh.
But he's en route.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
So I've narrowed it down. He's a he, but we'll have a special guest coming.
Oh, they'll
up.
know as soon as he starts talking. I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is a pretty big sports town, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're pretty big on their high school sports,
yeah,
aren't they?
absolutely. Caldwell, man, yeah.
And I'll tell you,
and they travel well. Like when you play a Caldwell team, whether it's volleyball or soccer or softball or basketball, football.
they're gonna follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids.
And
are really
I think
supportive.
that's a small town thing. You know, Mayfield's like that too.
Yeah.
Of course, we have two teams. We have Mayfield
Well,
and
that's
Graves
right.
County.
We got Graves County and Mayfield.
But it seems like the Mayfield fans are really hardcore.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mayfield has
They're-
been king dog for years.
Yeah, they
and
have been.
That's a
They
credit
have
to
been.
that whole program and how that
They
community
do have a good
supports those
program.
young people. And we joked that the Mayfield, when a little boy is born in Mayfield, he's born with a football in his hand.
That's probably not an exaggeration.
They start early in Mayfield.
I bet as soon as Daddy gets the news, he runs out and buys the football.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a
Baby's
football
just a bean,
town.
and there's a football in the nursery. Yeah.
You've got that right. You've got that right. I do want to. I'm going to give your email out because if you have any news or you want to send a of course you can hit us up on the WPKY online Facebook, but your email is mistywpky@gmail.com. So
Yes.
you can also contact Misty that way, and
Yes.
that's
Please
better
do.
because
I wanna
sometimes
hear
you're
from
busy.
you.
It's hard to take a phone
Yes.
call sometimes when you're on the air, but
Yes.
if you want to email, that's mistywpky@gmail.com.
And I'll
or,
start keeping it
Facebook.
open here, and
Yeah,
I
so
can check
yeah,
it as we
so you
go.
can if there's
Yeah.
something you need some information or maybe you just have something that she needs to know or could get out in the morning show, that will help you a lot, kind of get plugged
yep.
into the community as well.
Absolutely. You know, something else I noticed about myself, not that I want to just continue to talk about myself, but I watched the videos. You know, I said I'm not just on radio anymore, I guess.
Oh, well, the 8 o'clock hour.
We do our
the-
video.
Yeah.
So I was watching the first day, and everybody always tells me that I can't. They ask me that they don't tell me. They ask me, if I tied your hands down, would you still be able to talk? I think the answer is no. And I'd never actually seen myself talk. But on
It's
those
hard
videos,
to do that when you're yourself.
right, I
Yeah.
know. But on those videos, I realized, hey, that's what everybody's talking about. No, I can't talk without moving my hands.
Well, that's
But
okay.
when I was watching the videos, I was like, well, you know, I really need to learn sign language because that would really help my hands. I mean, I'm moving them anyway. It looks, when you watch the video without sound, I didn't listen to the sound at some point. And when you watch it without
it's like
sound,
watching a silent movie.
yeah, but I was
You're
like,
weird. In a good way.
no, that's okay. I embrace the weirdness. It's okay.
So you were just watching yourself,
I
not
was.
listening to
I
it?
was. I was
Oh,
just
well,
watching.
everybody
I wanted
looks
to
goofy
see.
then
Yeah.
when you don't hear the sound part. Oh my gosh!
Well, we
that's
were
funny.
watching TV at the point. We had a show on that we were watching, so I just clicked the video but muted the sound.
If the Capitol Theater ever has a silent film festival, we'll send you.
Somebody-
Mike Cherry will get you a VIP seat.
if one of our listeners knows sign language, please, hey, come teach me some sign language so I
You
can.
probably could. Yeah, you could learn it.
I think it would be neat, because then I would be actually, mean something when I'm
Yeah,
doing all this.
absolutely. Well, that's a good point.
landing the airplanes.
If you're listening, whether you're listening at 1580 or 103.3, or you can always listen at WPKYonline.com. There's a little player there, but if you're a glutton for
Live
punishment and
stream.
want to look at YouTube, of course, you can get those videos.
Yes. And you can
that's
turn the
pretty
sound
neat.
on, leave it off, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. We don't judge. You'll see quickly there's a reason why I'm in radio and not on TV. Well, I probably would take a break and come back with more, and our special guest will be here shortly. And I think if you're a Caldwell sports fan, you'll know who it is.
Yo, we driving, yeah. We living our best life and my car smells fresh.
Yeah,
but we
boy.
weren't always thriving, it was you, girl.
Told you
Who
so.
pointed out that smell? Now it's all fun, the odor's gone. Febreze car works so well, come on, keep driving, let's go.
Oh boy, your car smells
Febreze
nice.
car, yeah, let's go. That's right. No more odors in my ride, now let's go.
Oh yeah, we made it so
Febreze
nice.
car, keep riding, let's go. And now the world can say,
Breathe happy Febreze.
la 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 la.
McDonald's presents Dylan McWilliams, possibly the unluckiest person in America.
I was attacked by a shark, and that was a few months after I was attacked by a black bear, and that wasn't long after I was bit by a pygmy rattlesnake.
Dylan's about to play the new Trick Treat Win game.
All right. I want a McFlurry.
If he's lucky enough to win, you're lucky enough to win. Hurry in and play Trick Treat Win. With 1 in 4 odds of winning instantly, you won't need luck. No purchase necessary. Ends October 31st. 50 U.S. and D.C. 13 and older. Rules at participating McDonald's. Mostly food prizes.
Here's your WPKY Weather Center forecast.
And clouds throughout the day with highs near 62. It's going to turn out to be pretty nice temperature-wise today. Rain overnight with patchy fog between 10 and 4 a.m., 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., and lows overnight around 49. Look for sunny skies tomorrow with a high of 63. Tomorrow night, look for a low of 33 and frost. And on into Sunday, 52 degrees with frost likely on Sunday. Sunny skies, though. Again, today, your high will be 62 degrees. Mostly sunny, but clouds are going to move in and showers after 5 o'clock.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Raider Auction Company.
Introducing the all-new 1500 Ram Crew Cab with groundbreaking exterior styling, uncompromising luxury, and safety in numbers. The new Ram has available active level 4-corner air suspension for the best ride in the truck market. Best in class rear legroom, in-floor storage, and the industry-exclusive Ram Box, the pickup bed with built-in toolboxes. When you push the start button and you hear that 5.7 Hemi come to life, you'll know then which truck you'll buy. The all-new Ram. See it now at Trice Hughes in Princeton, your Chrysler Dodge Ram dealers.
What does your morning sound like?
Itsy bitsy spider, rock-a-bye baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
And we're back. Bill Booth, Misty Musser here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. Bill, you got your ticket this morning.
You know what I did? I love that news story this morning. I was listening to your news, and I heard Alan Watts had the story about the guy in Dawson Springs who bought his ticket in Madisonville for the last Mega Millions. Now, he didn't win the whole shooting match, but shoot, he won $1 million. And the a deputy sheriff, I guess I don't know if he's at a job site or he was outside working for his job.
Yeah, somehow.
And they're just, dudes,
we
talk about sports, weather, and we will talk lottery. And so they're talking, and he's like, well, the $1 million ticket. There was $1 million ticket sold in Madisonville, and the fellow's like, well, I bought
a ticket in Madisonville.
And he said was it the Wicks Market? I forget the name.
Sounds
He goes,
familiar.
it was sold. He goes, wait a minute, I bought mine at that. So the deputy sheriff pulls out his phone and he pulls up the numbers, and that's where they found out that guy's a millionaire now.
Cow.
He's going to Louisville to get a big old fat check.
I wonder how much. We talked about this the other day, and I meant to go look it up because I want to say it's like 60% or something. That like if you take the payoff, you lose something to the effect of 60% of.
If I was younger, I would be tempted for the annual payments, but.
See, not me, because you're not guaranteed tomorrow.
That's true.
I mean,
so you would be like Steve Miller Band, take the money and run.
Take the money and run. That's right. I think there was some, and I'll have to check this too. And if I'm wrong, feel free somebody to correct me. But it seems like if you do the payments, that does not transfer to your heirs. It's like that's yeah. But I could be wrong about that. But for some reason, that's in the back of my head that it doesn't. They don't just keep paying them.
Well, I know. I think that's about right. Maybe if you take the cash option out, I think it's over $900 million. The Mega Millions drawing tonight.
I don't know. It's high.
If you take the cash option, I think it's like 60%, and then they get all their taxes on the front end. Mm-hmm. So even Dawson Springs fella, he's going to get taxes taken out of that $1 million before he gets it. But still.
Yeah. It doesn't go far. I mean,
that is a ton of money.
It is, but it's not enough to quit your job. If you get $1 million, it's not enough to quit your job.
Used to be $1 million doesn't go as far as it used to, Misty.
It does not. I personally know a guy that from Mayfield that won $1 million a few years back.
Oh, really? And the lottery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's, he's struggling for money right now.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but now some people, if you get the money and do it right, it can last you.
Right.
But some people just don't really have good financial sense. Have you ever heard of that guy that?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah. But if you listen, so I'm talking about, he's a financial advisor kind of guy, gives advice.
Dave Ramsey?
That's who I am thinking
Better
of.
Than I
Thank you.
Deserve,
Yes.
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. If you listen to his stuff, it's so common sense. I'm like, how do people not know this?
Well, I think it's easier for some people than others. Maybe it comes more naturally.
That might be.
I would be, if I won big bucks, I'd be finding a lawyer and an accountant that I trusted, and before I even went to get the money. Because
I mean, but see, if you do it right, though, you don't even need that. I mean, you can literally put the money in. You don't even have to invest it.
But
Like
then
I'm not a big market kind of
people
person.
start claiming you as their relatives,
Yeah,
and
right.
everybody's calling you, wanting you to give to their charity.
Then
and-
just say no.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
but that money's tied up right now. But you can live off of your interest on some of that stuff.
Oh, my
I mean, on
gosh,
that
yeah.
kind of a winning,
I mean, that would
not
be
not necessarily. You're not going to live high on the hog, but you can live off of the interest.
Right,
And enjoy things and still have a little part-time job and
See, I
still
like-
keep coming to WPKY every day.
I like the fact that when you buy a ticket, it helps kids get an education. I like
Yes.
that. But I for me, it's the right to tell everybody what I do
Exactly.
if I won the 900 million, because then I can dream about it, and
Yes.
my dreams are not crushed until the drawing, and then I'm like, I didn't even get
you
one
still
number.
have a little dream, yes. And I thought about this, like we did talk about this the other day, and you asked me what I would do, and I've been thinking about what really would I do, and I don't really want to quit my job. I'm having fun. I love this job. I would quit my other jobs, the other two.
Yeah.
This one I would keep.
Okay.
And I guess I'd be looking for land here in Princeton.
Your horses would get a better barn.
Yes. Well, yes. I mean, I would just uproot and move, so I didn't have to drive.
Would you
at
take the
3 o'clock in
horses
morning.
too?
Oh, well, yes.
Okay. All right.
Of course.
Stupid
Yes, my horse.
question.
That was a stupid question, Bill.
That would be,
Yes,
you
the
could be a
horses would
land
come.
baron in
I
Caldwell
would-
County, yeah.
I would actually. My horses would get very spoiled because I'd have plenty of land for them to just graze happily instead of my puny little 6 acres
You could
that they have.
you could pay people to bale your hay.
That's right. That's right. My husband would no longer have to haul hay because I'd have it delivered. Yeah, they'd bale. Yes, I would just have them work my land to bale my own hay.
You could have
and
your own
store it and
personal
everything.
allergist.
Yeah. I
Yes.
need that.
You would have, if I had your kind of money and I had all those allergies I would send it an allergist advanced man, and wherever I was going to go that day, check it out for possible pitfalls for me. Something I'd be allergic to. That's what rich people do. They have an entourage.
There you go.
could
I
have
need
an
entourage. I do need an entourage. I need that even though
Who's
I'm not
that?
rich.
Oh, that's part of Misty's people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I got my entourage behind me.
Well, very
That's a
good.
song. Yeah. I don't know.
That's great. So now, small market radio, and that's how a lot of us started. That's how I started. There was a thing called the Kicks Broadcasting Club in high school way back in the day at WKYX in Paducah. And on Sunday nights, different high schools, and I went to high school at Marshall County High School. We would go on Sunday nights, and it would be Marshall County night, and we would broadcast there. But when you're in small market radio, and then I worked in Benton, Kentucky, and Paris, Tennessee for a while, and went and worked at the campus station at Western. But sometimes strange things happen, or there are funny stories. And
Sure.
I don't know if anything's ever happened to you, but way back we had what they called teletype machines, and
Okay.
we didn't have computers, but it would be basically a very loud printer. It would be in a back room, and you would feed paper through it.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like
I might have seen those in a museum.
like
somewhere.
like almost it has like a little typewriter. It had a ribbon, but it would get like almost like you work like a telegraph, and then it would print out news. You would get the news from Associated Press or UPI, United Press International, and we'd call it rip and read. You'd rip the story off this. It was very cheap paper, and then you would hold it and you would read the story. And I was doing the news one day. I was working at WCBL in Benton, And the guys thought it would be funny because I was a young kid at the time. They snuck under. Well, I was reading because I could barely walk and chew gum at the same time. So I'm trying to read the news and not mess up because I knew probably the owner was listening. And usually I had a lot of meetings with the owner. And they had one of those Bic butane lighters, and they lit the bottom of the copy on fire.
No.
And so, as I'm reading faster and faster because I'm realizing that what I'm reading is burning, is disappearing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my gosh, the things that
that's awful.
And then used to be before computers, you'd have something that looked like an 8-track tape. It was a tape cartridge, and we called it a cart. And so anytime you played commercials or sometimes music was on there, you had to record it on this magnetic tape, and you'd put it in a tape player to play it. So I was getting ready to do the news intro again at WCBL, and so I put in the news intro cart in the tape, and I noticed, I thought, that's strange. There's a brand new label. This has been relabeled, this car. So I asked, what's the deal with the new? And I should have known because these guys, they're not Captain Clean. They're like, oh, no, that label got all dirty and everything, so we retyped it and put it, because, you had to type the label on the typewriter. So that should have been my first clue that disaster, because I had this big open, and I would be like.
Because it was clean.
Good afternoon, Lakeland. So many degrees. I'm Bill Booth, WCBL. Well, there was a little hard plastic thing. These called a giggle box. You remember, though? It had a battery in it.
What that is.
And all you did was push a button, and it was somebody laughing hysterically. It was just nothing but laughter. Kind of like a whoopee cushion for laughter. Okay. Well, they took a giggle box and recorded that laughter and put it onto this intro. So instead of my news, the introduction to the news, you hear somebody hysterically laughing.
Oh, my gosh.
And it caught me so off guard, and I was so flustered. I had to go right to car. I couldn't even do the news till I read. And there was glass around the studio. So the three guys out there, they are laughing. They are so proud of themselves. They are doubled over, just hawing at my expense. So the crazy stuff happens at radio stations.
So I guess I should be glad that I'm by myself.
Yeah,
here.
well, and in a rule, and this may have happened to you at Mayfield. You have to announce, sometimes I announce there's cows in the road, or there's a bull loose from the pasture. Nobody's pranking. That's for reals.
Right,
and
right.
I mean, I wouldn't want to, I don't even want to hit a deer, let alone a cow or a bull out on a highway, but you announce all kinds of crazy stuff.
I remember, I guess I was pregnant with my daughter, so, that was nearly 20 years ago. I was driving down, my first time to live in the country, and I was driving down the road. It was rainy, and it was super dark, and I come up on a herd of black cows in the road. That was my first experience with cows in the road.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what do I do? And they won't move. They won't move, and you can honk your horn all day long, and they're not going anywhere. I'm like calling the police station. I'm like, what do I do? I can't. There's cows out here, and I almost hit it because it's not.
Right.
I was coming down the road just rolling.
Well, you don't expect a herd of black
wide
cows.
Open. Yeah, I didn't expect a
highway.
cow right there, and I was like, crap. So that kind of freaked me out back then. Now
eventually the cows moved, and you got on your way.
Fortunately, I have not been. No, they didn't. I had to go around them. Have you ever been to the elk and bison prairie?
Oh yeah, at LBL. Yeah.
And the bison.
Yeah.
They don't move.
No.
They do not move. You're in the middle of all these bison. So I drove that orange Prius, 1 year. Well, we'd take that most of the years. But anyway, 1 year we drove it. And we were trying to weave our way in between them. And one of them started chasing chasing the Prius. But we couldn't hit the gas because there's more in front. I was like, It could literally just flip us in the air.
No, that would not be good. If it's a bison versus Prius action, my money's on the bison.
Mine too. Mine too. I was very nervous.
I don't think they're bison tested.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Probably,
I don't
that's
think
not
so.
part
I'll have
of the
to
safety
look at that,
protocol.
But no, I don't. I don't think. I might have to contact Toyota and tell them, look, you need to step up your testing.
Yeah, there you go. It needs to be
know.
bison proof. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, our mystery guest will be on the air, and we'll see. I know you guys are going to know it if you're a Caldwell sports fan. We'll have that because we got to do something sports in honor of Gator DT. Gator right now, he's probably sleeping in. But we'll be back in a moment here on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Showers are likely today, mostly after 5 p.m., though. Increasing clouds throughout the day with highs near 62. It's going to turn out to be pretty nice temperature-wise today. Rain overnight with patchy fog between 10 and 4 a.m., 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., and lows overnight around 49. Look for sunny skies tomorrow with a high of 63. Tomorrow night, look for a low of 33 and frost. And on into Sunday, 52 degrees with frost likely on Sunday. Sunny skies, though. Again, today, your high will be 62 degrees. Mostly sunny, but clouds are going to move in and showers after 5 o'clock.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Big John's Barbecue.
The new GMC Sierra is here in 2019, the most sophisticated luxury truck on the road today. In 2019, they've released the AT4, the ultimate off-road vehicle for off-road enthusiasts and hunters alike. The AT4 comes with a factory-installed 2-inch lift and off-road wheels and tires. In the front of the pack is where the Denali with the 6.2-liter engine, followed by the SLT and SLE trim levels. More refined styling and badging has added a bold appearance to the most sought-after vehicle in the truck market. Trice Hughes Incorporated, Highway 91, Princeton.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Mr. Monday Night and The Voice talk about the Titans each Thursday night on Pinnacle Titans Tonight, presented by Yeehaw Brewery. Titans great